Today we're going to be making a Japanese rock garden, or a Karesansui, and a bonsai. So a Karesansui is actually a dry landscape or a rock garden, and it is very large. We're going to be making a miniature version. And a bonsai also is a very small tree, but actually is a real tree that sometimes they are trained for hundreds of years to look very, very small. So these are both traditional Japanese art forms, and we're going to put them together and make a really cool craft today. So first we're going to make the bonsai. And so take a look at some of these bonsai. So a traditional American tree that we think is beautiful kind of looks like this. And it's very straight and tall. A Japanese tree that they think is very beautiful looks more like this. And it's very sideways, and really they value the uniqueness of each individual tree. So we have to keep that in mind when we're making our own little bonsai for our garden. You're going to get 7 pipe cleaners like this, and you need to have an inch down at the bottom that you don't twist, but you're going to twist some of these around like this. And then the bottom inch, you're going to sort of stick out like roots. This is the part that we're going to glue down here. So this part is going to get glued down into this, and you won't see that at all. That will be covered. So this is going to be the trunk of our tree. So you can make it sideways, and then you can bring it back. You can do all sorts of things. Really make sure yours is unique and interesting to look at. Maybe like that. And then we have the branches here. Also the branches, you can maybe take 2 pipe cleaners and twist them together for a thicker one, or even 3 pipe cleaners can get twisted together for a thicker branch. And then another one goes out here, and really make them nice and bendy and have them go all over the place. So here we go. We have our tree, and we're going to hot glue it down. So I recommend putting this into a corner of the garden here. So you'll probably have to use a fair amount of hot glue to make sure that it really stays down in there. Be careful, because obviously hot glue is hot. Okay, so there we go. One note, you should always make sure you have your name on the bottom, because obviously once we start putting things in here, it's going to be very difficult to turn over. Next thing we're going to make, which you won't understand until we get to the end, but I promise you, it's important. You're going to need this. Put your name on the little piece of cardboard that you were given. So with this, we're going to make a very small cone. You're going to take some glue, and you can either put it on the toothpicks here, or you can put it right onto the cardboard on the side. And it might be easier to put it onto on there. And you're going to put these three toothpicks right in a row. You want them to be even at the top. There. So put that to the side. We'll need that later. Okay, so now what we need to do, obviously our bonsai has a lovely trunk and branches that are reaching out in all different directions. we need to add some leaves to it. So you're going to take the tacky glue, go ahead and put it on this, and you can just really pick some random surfaces to attach these to. Try to stick, obviously leaves usually come out the end of branches, so that's probably the best place to try to add things. But you can also do in the middle. And you can also have branches that don't have any leaves on them at all. That's perfectly fine. So we have our bonsai finished here, and the last few steps are really simple. You're going to just take some sand and fill it in. And then you also have rocks. And you can just put these rocks sort of randomly around, maybe in groups, maybe around the tree here. Like this. Now remember before I said that you would understand what we were going to use our comb for. So with a rock garden, the rocks actually are islands, and the sand represents water around them. So whenever you see these, you'll see that the sand is actually raked with lines to look like waves, and that's what we're going to use this for. So you can go around there. Now you have your very own Karesansui.